I'm Matt Ryce and I make poor life choices. I bought this C10 about 2 months ago, and since then we've taken it out for one drive and photo shoot, and it's sat in my driveway ever since. It's powered by a 355 TH350C transmission, factory everything, and might quite possibly be a hunk of crap. The plan here is to drive it to Florida, then spend a week in Sick Ward driving with all the racers, going to all the racetracks, doing everything but racing, and then drive it another 1,000 miles home. Should be about 3,000 miles. Let's see if we can make it to Florida in one piece. It's Saturday morning, morning one of 1,000-mile road trip to Florida. I'm not a morning person. I despise mornings. It's cold. First thing I want to do is check the timing on this thing. As some of you guys noticed in the video, it sounded like it was pinging a little bit. Doesn't sound too healthy. Just adjusted the idle a little bit to make it idle a little better. Now we're gonna fire it up. I wanted to see, because I'm having a hard time looking at this timing pointer, which marked was 0. This thing's a pain because the motor's so far in there. You gotta be careful because I have ate shit climbing on this front bumper or standing on this front bumper before. It's very slick. It's very slick. Alright, that's enough to turn. About 30 degrees at 3,500 where we're probably gonna cruise. I think I'll leave it right there. I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, small block Chevy, 38 degrees, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I don't know why this thing was pinging. It had a little too much timing in it, and we're not putting premium fuel on this thing all the way to Florida. 30 degrees sounds good to me. We'll make adjustments as we go. If the 2-barrel is struggling to keep up, maybe we'll make a change. And I adjusted the idle a little bit because it was down there, bud. It was trying to idle at like 650 RPM. Also, I need one of them. Actually, I don't. I need an LS. Let's count how many times on this trip I say I need an LS. I was gonna say I need one of them fancy distributor wrenches that are angled and shit so you can get it. If you got an LS, you don't need that. It doesn't help that I'm trying to use a brake line wrench because I didn't know where my regular 9/16 was. We've got a full toolkit in the back, but I'm not ready to open that up yet. Let me just make sure that with the advance hooked up, we're staying somewhat the same. Then we'll hit the gas station. That's where every good road trip starts. Going to be the first of many fuel stops. I fear that this thing only has like a 10-gallon tank, which based on my math, 10 gallons, we can get 15 miles to the gallon if we're lucky. Means we're gonna stop every 150 miles. We gotta stop every about 120, every about 2 hours or so. 14 hours, every 2 hours. We are gonna measure the gas mileage though. We are gonna monitor it. I brought some stuff, some hot shot stuff that we're gonna test out and see if we can maybe get a little better gas mileage. The nice thing is, with such a small gas tank, it only costs 20 bucks to fill it up. Only need like half a tank. First we'll do what is the gas mileage we get out of this tank of gas, and then we'll start throwing stuff in, fuel treatments, oil treatments, see if we can make it any better. On the road again. I can't wait to be back on the road again. Something, 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 something with my friends. I don't know the words to the road again. Just had to check the hood because over here you can see it like going like this a little bit. Last thing we need is the hood flying up and destroying the windshield. It's actually fine. It's latched, just got a little movement to it. Traveling 1,000 miles, you can never be too safe. Since I have knocked some timing out of this thing, it seems to run a little better too. Runs a little smoother, just even now hearing it. So I think that we probably have a couple more degrees we could give it, but for now, works pretty good. One state down, Delaware to Maryland. 10 more states to go. I don't know how many actually is. Our first issue of the day. I opened the door to close it because it wasn't closed all the way, and it broke the glass out of the door. What the hell? Like, I just opened it because this thing, you gotta slam it to close it all the way. We hit some traffic, we're slowing down. Oh, well, this is gonna make for an interesting, fun trip.
I'll say I did not expect that to be the first issue we had.
No. Like, we've been cruising, everything's been going good, and now my window shattered. Because I was like, this is all I did. I was like, oh, close that, and... Alright, so first gas stop. Alright, so let's do the math on this. Doing 107 miles divided by 10.162, which means we're getting 10.52 miles to the gallon.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Alright, I was gonna wait to try to improve the gas mileage. We're gonna use a lot of gas. Let me put some hot shots in and see if we can improve that 10.5. Now this is a cleaner, which would work better with fuel injection, but this is an old fuel system, so we'll throw some of that in there, see if we can't clean this thing out a little bit. Oh yeah, 5% increase in fuel economy, and now every time I close the door, a little bit of glass falls out, so I'm gonna have to get somewhere and cut the bottom of the door to get all the glass out. FR3 is a friction reducer. It takes a while for this stuff to work. You really got to work it in, so a road trip is perfect. This says 5% increase in fuel economy, and the other one said like 7.9% increase or something. So if we can get a 10% increase in fuel economy, go from 10 to 11. Man. I mean, over the course of 3,000 miles, it'll make a difference, but dang. Alright, so we're about 3 hours in. We've got one broken window. Not a big deal, we're gonna fix that up. We're burning some oil, we can smell it, so probably at the next gas stop, I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil, make sure that we still have a good amount of oil. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's hard to see back here, but there's our oil pressure gauge. Oil pressure's been good, temperature's been good. We've been cruising. I've got some other tricks up my sleeve to get a little bit better gas mileage. I was talking to a buddy, and this thing I was told has a TH350C in it. C stands for converter lockup. So apparently somewhere on the trans there's a solenoid or something that I'm hoping if we give power to, I'll put on an on-off switch and we'll have converter lockup, which should also improve our gas mileage. I'm thinking about getting one of those manual choke things and hooking it up as cruise control because my knee is starting to hurt. I'm sitting here just having a constant pressure on it, but trip's going good. Look, this is the most amazing thing probably I've ever done in my life. This is awesome. I'm getting to live out my roadkill fantasy. When people talk about like enjoying the journey, this 13, 14, 15, 16, however hour long drive it's gonna be, this is the journey, and I've just been smiling the whole way. I mean, it'd be a lot cooler with like a turbo LS and slammed and maybe some seats that weren't missing a bunch of the padding and all that, but we'll get there. Come on, guy. Watch, we're about to pass somebody. There's a 2-barrel on this thing. It's got a 2-barrel. People are killing me. This place has an Italian restaurant connected to a gas station. We are definitely eating lunch here. I just looked, there's like no Lowe's or Home Depot within like 20-30 minutes of here or more. So we might have to go down the highway a little further. We gotta figure something out because it's starting to get cold. Also, I think the further south we go, somewhere along the lines it's gonna start raining. So I did buy a tarp and I brought that and everything, and I gotta hook up, we gotta have some kind of cruise control. I'm gonna go grab a bungee cord and hook it to the top of that pedal and just like hook it to my belt loop, and we'll have cruise control. We'll make it work. Oh. All right, so apparently we've gained 2 miles to the gallon. So I think part of that is just a little bit more highway driving, but we're up to 12 miles to the gallon. We got a hot, fresh pizza from the gas station. If we're at 12 miles to the gallon now, I don't know what converter lockup will bring us, but I know as the stuff we put in the gas tank and the oil will only make it better. That'll only get better as we go on. So we could possibly get up to 13, 14, maybe up to 15 miles per gallon with the converter lockup turned on. It's already got a plug in here and the wires go somewhere. Hopefully it's not already hooked up and working.
That 12 miles to the gallon with it.
Yeah, with converter lockup. Goodness. Nope, there it is right there, I think. I think that's converter lockup. How sick would that be? If that right there is converter lockup and all I gotta do is find a way to get it powered. Yeah, so we'll have to like go to advance or something like that. I'll buy some wire and on-off switch. We'll just go power, switch it on, and we'll hit it doing about 75 down the highway, and the trains will either explode or it'll work. We got a perfectly good running truck. We should probably try to explode the trains. All right, let's go check on our pizza.
Pizza.
Don't look bad for some gas station pizza. There's a lot of cheese in that. It is for real hot and ready. Oh, cheese. That ain't no New York pizza, but for gas station. Fixing a window. I'm tired of it. Lost in the sauce. Get out of the way. You're driving through parking spaces. You don't know where you're going. This is ridiculous. I get road rage sometimes because people are just so bad at driving that it's ridiculous. All right, let's go buy some stuff. I just want you guys to know the final verdict on that pizza: hot garbage. I ate one slice and declined to eat any further, and I have not eaten it all today. That's how bad this pizza is. You know how bad pizza's got to be to eat one slice and not want any more? Garbage. Where it belongs. Does that look like C10 blue to you?
It's close.
Close enough. Is this clear? We'll have to fill in what doesn't fit with duct tape. Because this one's like $17 and that one's like $43. Duct tape is cheaper, so I'll do that. You got the seagulls flying. A little duct tape here, there, and there. She'll be fine. Perfect. Totally matches. Make a little channel for this thing to sit in, right? So it doesn't fall in there. crystal clear. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. Take two. Nope. Good all the way around seal. I don't want to use too much though, because I feel like we're probably going to need this duct tape again this week. Probably isn't the last we've seen of the blue duct tape. It's almost like it came from the factory this way. Thank you, GM. Well, we've already upgraded this fine automobile to have a working window. Now it's time to head across the street to the auto parts store and see if we can get converter lockup to work. If we can get converter lockup to work, oh man, this is, now it's gonna be warm in here. Converter lockup, got our high-end stereo system here. We're gonna be cruising. Oh, we're gonna be cruising. So you guys know I've been driving this thing around like the last couple of days, and it does this weird thing where like sometimes the mechanical fuel pump loses prime, and usually what I'll have to do is take the fuel jug in the back and pour some fuel in the carb, and then it runs long enough to suck the fuel all the way back up. This time I didn't do that though. To the parts store we go. Some real serious turf wars. They got an Advance and an AutoZone literally side by side. If we cannot find what we need to make converter lockup work, I will be shocked. Thank you. What's up? It's fancy, I know. It's nice. I know. They're lucky. Alright, so we spent $55 on wiring materials, so we need to do better than $55 in fuel mileage. Another freaking zip tie. How do I open this shit? Everything, I need a tool to open the tool. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. Got our kicker on switch. Alright, so we'll connect that end to our green wire here. And then I'll use the fuse box to supply power, so we have some sort of fuse power. Let's find a power supply. Do not test your electronics this way. All right. Sparks. Need somewhere good to stick it. Oh, let's see if it works first before we get crazy with sticking. Oh. About 70, which is the speed limit on this stretch of road. Let's kick it on. Yeah, no, that's happening. So we got a window, but we don't have converter lockup yet. Either I messed the wiring up, which is technically possible. Apparently, the way it works is like, oh, we got a green wire that comes off that plug. So I don't think we have converter lockup yet. Have to be something for another time because we still have a lot of hours left to go, and we're running out of daylight. We need to start making our way further down south. I think we're just about North Carolina. We still gotta go what? North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Georgia's a long stretch, and then we'll be into Florida. And we're going to Orlando first, which is not right at the tip of Florida. So let's get some time on the road, and I'll do some research along the way, see what we can figure out about this. For now, we're just gonna have to live without it. We've got an engineering marvel right here. I took a bungee cord, attached it to the gas pedal, attached it to my belt loop, and now we've got cruise control. Because I'm not gonna lie, having my foot on the gas pedal was kind of killing my knee a little bit. Oh, hold on, a little off from 70. Let me get it right. Perfect. Right about there, 70 miles an hour. Life's about the simple things, guys. Simple things. All right, just filled up again with 10.706 gallons. Brought us to 11.1152 miles per gallon. Kind of figured that because we did a little bit of driving around that town to Lewis and all that, and then also we've been trying to make up some time on the highway because we are just shy of halfway there, I think. But it started raining, so good news, we got a window, we got windshield wipers. Get back in, keep driving. Had to cover everything up because of course it's starting to sprinkle and rain. Apparently we're gonna go through a monsoon, so hopefully the tarp holds up. Let's hit the road. We made it like 1 mile and the tarp looks like it's about to fly away. So now I'm gonna jump out and go fix this tarp. Zip tie, grommets. There we go. Get them zip ties. Let me get them zip ties. That shouldn't fly up. Let's do it. See, that's why it's important to have the essentials. Duct tape, zip ties, tarps, toolkit, fruit juice, radio. We got the essentials. Let's go. If you know this beat, you know this beat. All right, so we tested a little theory here, right? We've been stopping for gas probably a little more regularly than we should. That was based on the other day when I took it to DMV and we thought it ran out of fuel, so we put fuel in it and then I immediately filled up the tank, which it only took 10 gallons, and I'm like, man, that's a really small tank. Come to find out, I think what's been happening is the mechanical fuel pump will randomly lose prime. You have to pour some gas in the car to get it started. Now, trust me, we're not getting way farther than we were, but I think now we can extend out a little bit. The gas gauge actually is working correctly. You know, right now it's showing almost on E. I think we're gonna be able to make a little bit more out of this trip by not having to stop so much just for fuel. It's what, 10:16. We've been at it since 11 a.m. we left, so we're coming up on 12 hours of road trip today. I think we're probably gonna do 2-3 more, something like that. Try to get closer to Florida, finish up the drive tomorrow, just because it's just been a long day. Let's fill it up, get some miles per gallon, some miles per gallon, and get back on the road. 140. It's not good. It's not good. Man. 10.1083 miles per gallon. But do we want to tell the folks how fast we were going?
You know, a little faster.
We
have been going.
We've been trying to make up some time.
Did stop a few times, you know.
We
There's
did, yeah.
some time to make up.
Yeah, we had stuff blown away. Yeah.
The thing idled on the side of the road for a little while. That, so.
Yeah. So we're back down to 10 miles per gallon. Rough times. That's actually the worst mile per gallon we've gotten this entire trip. We need a converter lockup. I need like 13, 14.
You know what it really needs?
What?
An LS.
Bro, if we had a turbo LS in this thing, we could be having fun and still averaging over 20 miles a gallon. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Should have put an LS in it. We've had like 14 hours on the road. Still got about 3.5 hours left to go. Decided to get a hotel room for the night. What did I say would really make my day?
You wanted a Snickers, and then you said a Snickers ice cream bar.
I have never been one for petty theft, but there is a freezer right there with Snickers ice cream bars in it. And I asked the woman, how much are they? And she said, $2, but it's cash only. Cool, where's the ATM? We don't have one, so f me and my Snickers bar. They've got Snickers ice cream bars right there, and like the desk is over there. I'm gonna go steal a Snickers ice cream bar. Like, I just write them an IOU for the $2. I don't know. Like, add it to, can you charge it to the room? Like, I just spent all this money on the room. So you're just gonna leave Snickers ice cream in the lobby, unguarded. I don't know if there's cameras. I don't care. Call the cops, and I will tell them, look, I'm good for the $2. Dude, I just want my Snickers ice cream bar. We don't even have, there's like not even quarters in the truck. Like we don't.
Don't drive it like that.
Right, we never drove it. I bought it, we drove it once, and then I was like, let's go take it on a 3,000 mile journey. But we got a room, so I guess we got that going for us. I'm dressed in all black and stealing damn Snickers ice cream. This is ridiculous. I'm upset. Like, what are the chances that I just said that and then they actually have one?
Right, like
they got a whole freezer. They got like, you know, like the cookie sandwiches. All right, it is day 2 of our adventure. I think we've got like under 4 hours to go. It's like 240 miles or something like that. Getting this thing to cold start is a challenge of its own. I was kind of looking forward to today being a little bit better of a day and putting my window down. It's not quite there yet. It's a little cold. The rain from yesterday is still lingering around. But I think all week long, the weather is only going to be better. We could use some gas. Let's do our gas mileage mile per gallon check again, which I'm pretty sure is going to be horrible. Because I'm pretty sure that at some points last night, that speedometer was above the last number that it had listed, but which is amazing for this 1985 C10. Like, it's incredible that it's doing that and is like comfortable and controlled enough to be able to do it. So good job, little C10. Still needs an LS with a turbo and 25 miles to the gallon, but you know, we'll get there eventually. All good things with time. On that fill up, we did 12.412 gallons and averaged 10.3931 miles per gallon. So it's weird because the best mile per gallon we ever got was when we put the gas extreme into the tank. But as the trip was going further and further, we've been driving faster and faster. And part of that is just like, I've never driven this thing. I bought it and we drove around that one day and that was it. Now getting comfortable and like understanding what all the noises are, what it can and can't do, just getting more comfortable in the truck. Passenger seat ready?
Passenger seat.
How are you
feeling? Absolutely ready.
Right.
I'm along for the ride, man.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Fun.
Like I don't know if you guys can see, but like there's a giant hole in my seat that I've like shoved a blanket into and everything, so it's kind of comfortable.
Mine's not quite as bad over here. Like, there's no hole here, so like.
Yeah, the non-reclining, like the only one seat angle for the back is a little rough. I kind of feel like if we did it in like a sports car, you know what I mean, something that was a little lower and lean back and that kind of stuff, or if we swapped this seat out for one that doesn't have a hole in it, stuff like that would be good. But overall, not bad. I mean, we were tired last night, but we were also on the road for like 14 hours.
Yeah.
So today's an easy day.
Yeah, just a few hours.
Just a few hours. I think we're at the point of the trip where like, if major mechanical problems were gonna happen, I feel like probably would have happened by now. Brum brum. Let's hit the road. Don't need any more issues. I'll make sure it's closed, but maybe when we start going down the road, like show them what the hood looks like, because it's like kinda like, you might come hitting us in the face.
Kind of sketchy.
Kinda sketchy. It's down and good. I just look, we made it this far. And I know I've already checked the hood once. And we know that it looks a little sketchy. But it latches super well. You see how it's just like
Can't really see it great on the camera.
right, but like it's sitting there going like this, and just like any second the thing's gonna go whoosh. But it's latched, so
I think the wind's blowing more today too than it was yesterday.
you can hear it because our window seals or door seals are absolutely horrible. Girl made it to Florida. We still got a few hours to go to get to Orlando, but we're in bright, beautiful, sunny Florida now. Pulling in for what will be the final fuel stop before we hit the racetrack. I would stop here and take the time to go ahead and fix the converter lockup, but one of my friends that's on sick week is like a pretty smart transmission guy, so I feel like we should wait because he knows exactly what it is. He'll know everything. So let's fuel this thing up, do our final miles per gallon check. This tank of fuel should get us to Orlando, and then we can finally get there, get checked in, and I believe we're supposed to get a windshield banner for sick ward. That'll be like the token of victory. Like when that thing goes on the windshield, we have become victorious, at least getting here. And then we gotta drive another 1,000 miles all week.
And then
Another 1,000 miles back. Totally worth it.
thing gets stuck.
Yeah. It gets direct. Alright, that time we went 147 miles. We got 11:11:78, which I'm actually surprised that it improved because the amount of wind we have been going up against has been insane. We got good food. Shout out to truck stops. Look at this, look at this. See, this is why I like going to truck stops. You can get meatloaf, mac and cheese, mashed potato, better than just some, you know what I mean? Whack cheeseburger. That's better than that pizza last night. Alright, let's hit the road. We have 105 miles to go till we hit the racetrack.
Starting route to Orlando Speed World Trackway.
Let's go. What's going on? Almost. Because we only had 105 miles to go. It like stalled out. Alright, let's try that again. 105 miles to go. Come on, C10. You made it this far. Don't start acting up now. You know what this is?
In 900 feet, turn left.
This is Orlando Speedway, Trackway, whatever you want to call it. We made it, baby. We made it. Pulling in the gate right now. People are doing burnouts. I mean, look, people already pulling out to hit the road. We were a little late. I severely underestimated the amount of time it would take to drive across the country in an 85 C10 that I've never driven before. But we made it. And with like a little less than half a tank of gas too. So we can definitely idle in this line for a solid 4 minutes. Also this week, you guys are gonna see we're gonna do like full event coverage, and maybe I'll interview some people, I'll catch up with some friends. There's a lot of people that I've like talked to on the internet, other creators, racers, all kinds of stuff, and never gotten a chance to get up with, but we're gonna make that happen this week. My man Security. What's up, bud? We're here.
What we doing today?
Sick ward?
You doing sick ward? Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
baby, welcome.
Thank you.
Live.
Yep.
Let's make it happen, baby.
All right, this is 1,000 miles we just drove in this piece of shit. From Delaware, look at the tag, Delaware to here.
Delaware, baby.
Delaware. Let's get checked in, and then, oh, we're gonna be hanging out with Nick and Maddie all week. We're like sharing some rooms and Airbnbs and stuff with them. So there's a lot that's gonna be happening. Looking forward to it. Stay tuned for the content. Look, we got one final thing to do before we get in this video, and that's put that sick ward banner across the top of this thing. I bet you didn't think that was gonna work. We did it. It's official. Oh. Well, now that we are officially ready for Sick Ward 2023, it's time to get up out of here. Well, get up off of this video. We got a whole lot of friends to meet up with, a whole bunch of stuff to figure out. So, we did it. 1,000 miles, 85 C10, 350 trains, 2-barrel carburetor. Proves the reliability of the Chevy GM truck. We did it, guys. We made it. Worth it.